Hello, everybody. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Force Kinging Team uh, webinar. Today is an amazing day, and just as you know, that we are here to provide educational understanding, training-based knowledge about the world's first DeFi crypto ecosystem called MetaForce. And I'm very, very much excited about this project that is going to be launching very soon. And people are waiting for this project globally. I can't imagine what this project is going to do in the life of so many people, you see. And one thing I saw today on the main chat is we're not using people, okay, to make money. We're helping them to have financial freedom through a platform that has no CEO, a platform that has no administrator, a platform that has no boss, all right? A platform that is 100% decentralized, okay? In other words, when you're in a platform like this, you are your own boss, you are your own CEO. You decide what happens to your money, okay? You decide. In other words, if you want to write a check in the next 6 months, your work will determine the check that will be written in the next 6 months. So that means that your result in the platform is directly proportional to your work as an individual. So that's the reason why we take our time to teach for knowledge. So let no one deceive you about what we do, because what we do is real. And people have this knowledge globally all over the world, and we are here to give people the knowledge, as many that are ready to learn, those that are ready to listen to us, and even those listening to us right now from YouTube and other social media platforms. You are in the right place, because the information that we're bringing to you on this call is going to help you to have a background knowledge and understanding of this platform that will help you skyrocket your business from where you are right now to where you want it to be financially. There are real businesses online, ladies and gentlemen. We've had several experiences doing business online for many years, but we still really don't know how to find the right one. And the right things are not always easy to find, okay? And I'm not saying that MetaForce is the only right business globally. No, there are others. You see, but when it comes to a platform that has been tested and trusted, proven, and you know that the platform is guaranteed for many years, ladies and gentlemen, MetaForce is that system, is that platform where you can build what we call decentralized economy, decentralized finance for many years. All right. Well, we have to go into the call today. This is going to be more like a very, very important training session for the platform that is about to launch. We are going to be looking at the marketing material and helping ourselves to understand the important aspect of the project, how the matrix works, why we should take advantage of the matrix in a certain way, the strategy to go about it, and what support is needed for everyone who participates in that strategy to turn out to be successful. We're going to be talking about that in the call, and please listen attentively. And if you have questions, feel free to put it on the chat, and we'll also give time for us to be able to air our views, air our questions, and have it answered. Okay, so come with me as I share my screen right away. All right, and I'm sure we all know that the launch of the MetaForce platform is not far from now. It is very, very close. Tests is currently ongoing, and the auditing will be done very soon. And after this is done, the official date will be announced, and the platform will be launched officially, starting from the pre-launch. Okay, starting from the pre-launch. The first program, as we know it, that will be released. Let me just share my screen. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, thank you. All right. So this is the marketing material. So I'll just go ahead and take this immediately. So just share your screen and rotate the screen as well, so you can have a full, clear view of what I'm explaining today. Okay. So now this is the marketing classic, or what we call the classic program of the Force platform. In other words, as Force is going to launch, they're going to launch with a program, and it's called the classic program. And in this call, we're going to be taking our time to dive deep in these two schemes that you see here, because in the previous systems, schemes exist independently of themselves. All right. But in this program called the Classic Program, for the first time globally in any platform, we see two schemes that are integrated together: the S6 scheme and uh, the S3 scheme. So this is the S6 and the S3, okay? And this is the S3 scheme. This is the S6 scheme, all right? Now, this might look very much familiar to most of us because we may have done networking in the past, okay? But don't be in a hurry to draw your conclusion. By the time we're done with the call, you understand that this is not a binary system, and this is not a pyramid system. I know definitely it looks like what we have been used to in the past, but by the time you understand how this works, you know that this is a new way, a new system of doing networking business online that people are not aware of. And you will count yourself privileged to be a part of a platform like this that is completely out of what we call the binary system of networking, or the pyramid way of building networking. This is completely out of it. It shatters the knowledge, ladies and gentlemen. And as I go into the slide, you will get to understand it. So are we ready? So let's move. Now, I said that these two are integrated into one matrix. One matrix. So let's proceed. Let's go to the next slide. One matrix means that this is the matrix of the marketing classic. The matrix has 12 slots, 12 levels. We have level 1 over here, level 2, level 3, level 4, 5, 6, all the way down to level 12. And if you take a look at them closely, you will notice that the schemes on level 3, 6, 9, and 12 are different from the rest. That's why I told you that for the first time in networking, two schemes were integrated together and they work concurrently. It has never happened before. But this thing was coded. It's actually on the blockchain. Okay, it's not possible to actually do this on a centralized way of doing business. But because of decentralization, because of Web3, all right, because of decentralized applications, it's now possible to do things like this and make it available, hosted on the blockchain. So what you are seeing right now is just a graphical representation of the real thing, which is on the blockchain. So keep this in mind. You can see that we have S3 scheme, and then we have two S6 scheme, and then that is this is level 1 and 2. Level 1 and 2 has X6, level 3 has S3, level 4 and 5 has S6, level 6 has S3, level 7 and 8 has S6. Okay, level 9 has what? S3. Now let's proceed. Let's just go over to the next screen. Now, for you to be a part of the platform, there is a certain amount you have to start with, a minimum amount, though for our team is actually more than that. Level 1 of this program, this matrix, level 1 actually costs 5 USDT. Okay, that is $5. Okay, and now that is going to be the amount of activating the first slot on the pre-launch. After the main launch takes place, it is going to be doubled. In other words, if you join during the pre-launch period, you'll be saving 50% of the amount after the main launch takes place. Are we together? Now, this is very important. So now let's proceed The next thing I want you to understand is the difference between the S6 and the S3. The S6 and the S3. Now, the S6, as you can see, sorry, the S3 has 3 spots on one line. Let me get my highlighter here. You can see it has 1, 2, 3 on one line. Okay, keep that in mind. So that means that it has 3 spots. Now, the S3 is where you get to earn from your direct partners. In other words, anybody who use your referral link to register under you, when that person takes position on the S3 scheme, you get to earn from that person. And ladies and gentlemen, when you earn in a platform like this, it doesn't store on the website, all right? The money goes directly and transparently into your wallet that you alone controls the private keys. So when I mean directly, it means you're going to see the money in your wallet. When I mean transparently, it means that the same transaction that is recorded on the MetaForce website will be the same transaction that you will see when you go to the blockchain. So it is going to be 100% transparent. Are we together? So this is the scheme where you get to earn from your direct partners. All right. So I think this is very, very clear. So let's go over to the S6. So this is the S6, ladies and gentlemen. Now, the S6 is where you get to earn. Pay attention now. The S6 is where you get to earn not only from your direct partners, okay, but from the collective teamwork, from members in your team. In other words, you can earn, okay, let me just explain that. So S6, you have 6 spots, all right, 6 spots. You have 2 on the first line, and you have 4 on the second line. Kindly mute the person disturbing. Hello, Charlene, please kindly mute, please stay muted, please. We don't want to get distracted, please. All right, so I said that the S6 is 6 spots, 2 on the first line and 4 on the second line. So that's 6. Now the S6 is where you get to earn, okay, from different set of individuals. In other words, on the S6, you can earn from your direct partner. You can earn from your direct partner's downline. You can also earn from your upline on the S6. Now that's amazing. That's amazing. I don't know how many platforms that people earn from their uplines. Even up to the 5th generation above them, they get to earn from their uplines. This is possible on the S6 program, the S6 scheme. So this S6 is a combination of several individuals. It might be somebody you invited. It might be somebody that your downline invited. You understand? As long as that person takes position, you see it on the matrix. So now let's go over to the other slide. So you get to understand more about the S6, because that is where a lot of people have what I call the common point of confusion. Okay. All right, the common point of confusion. Now, that's why I said that this material is available on the Telegram chat and you should go and study for yourself. So I'll explain this very closely. Please listen attentively. Listen attentively. But before I do that, okay, I will look at this write-up here. So let's take a look at this write-up together. Now, it says as soon as the payment is made, it is instantly sent to the wallet of a higher partner. Now, higher partner does not mean your upline. Okay, when on the S6, when you take space, okay, on somebody's matrix, it is sent to a higher partner. That is your upline's upline or anybody above your upline. We're coming there, right? And you fill the matrix of your inviter. At the same time, your own matrix opens up in which there are 6 spots under you, 2 in the first line and 4 in the second line. Now look at that. It says it is possible that a part of your matrix is inside the matrix of your upline. if you got to him on the first line. That's very simple. Okay, that's very simple. So let's see this. This is the way your upline sees. Okay, this particular one here. Sorry, this is the way your upline sees this particular one. Okay, so this is the way you see. Okay, so that's the way you see. Now, when you register under your upline and then you take the first spot in your upline's matrix, your own matrix is also open for you. Do you understand now? Now this is said that you don't earn on the S6, you don't earn from the first line, all right? In other words, as you take this spot now in your upline's matrix, the earning doesn't go to you, to your upline, it goes to your upline's upline, or we call it higher partner. Higher partner is listening attentively now. So when you take that spot, your own matrix opens for you. Now, just like what you read here, all right, it is possible that a part of your matrix is inside the matrix of your upline if you got to him on the first line. In other words, if you registered under your uplines, okay, if you got the link of your upline and you registered under that person and then you appeared either here or here, it is possible that a part, not your entire matrix, a part. So this two under you, okay, is these two in your own matrix there? Are you following this? This is very important. So that is a part of your matrix in your upline's matrix. Everybody has their matrix. Not everybody sees everybody's matrix, but a part of your own matrix appears in your upline matrix because you got to him on the first line. I hope this is making sense. So that is the reason why you saw that third paragraph, that third sentence over there. I hope that's clear for those who has that question. Now, the next thing for you to understand, like I told you, that you don't get to earn on the S6 from the first line. Okay, this first line. The earnings of the first line goes to the higher partner. Ladies and gentlemen, where your earning is on the second line here, this second line. Okay, that's where your earning is. And from that is 100%. Don't forget that. This is a decentralized platform, meaning that if anybody takes any spot on your matrix, any level you have bought, and when anybody purchases that level, 100% of the amount you use in buying that slot, it's sent to your wallet instantly, as long as you are supposed to earn in that particular place. So the question is now, where am I supposed to earn on the S6? Where your earning is, like I told you, is on the second line. Now, from the second line, 1, 2, and 3 is sent to your direct wallet, your personal wallet. Okay. Now, the last one, okay, is also coming to you, but it is going to act as a form of reinvestment. In other words, let's say I open this particular slot with $5. So when somebody comes in here, my upline earns $5. Maybe I brought the person, my upline earns the $5. And I bring the second person here, my upline also earns the $5. So let's say that I bring another person, or my downline, my first downline here brings his or her person. So these three spots here, irrespective of who comes in, whether I am the one who invited that person or my downline invited that person, I am going to earn that money. The money is coming to me. So your earning is on those three spots. That is where your earning is. This last one is also supposed to come to you. But because the platform wants you to keep earning continuously, that's why they said that once the last slot is paid, it will automatically repurchase the same slot for you afresh. And just the same way that when you bought that particular slot, it was sent to a higher partner. When the last slot takes place, the last slot here takes place, that earning also will go to your higher partner in the structure. That's very important. So in a nutshell, on the S6, 1, 2, and 3 goes to your upline. 1, 2, and 3 comes to you. Period. In that fair enough? Now, Don't forget, I said, now it doesn't matter who fills these spots. It doesn't matter. It might be your direct downline. It might be your downline's downline. It doesn't matter. The main thing for you to understand is that the platform wants these 6 spots to be filled. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to be filled. Okay? It is not about who comes in first or who comes in next. No. It's not about that. It is for the matrix to be filled. That's the reason why I told you that it is not a 2x2 system. It is not a 2x2 matrix. No. That's the reason why, I was asked a question that if my downline fills here and here, all right, what if I bring a third person? In our team, we work with the power of 3. What if I bring in the third person? Where does that person fall under? That's a very good question. Ladies and gentlemen, the person falls under here. That's where the person falls under. Did I get that right? Sorry? Okay, back. So I said, if you already brought your first 2 and they fall here and here, so let's say, for example, your first 2 downline has not brought anybody, and then you bring in the third person. That third person goes under this one here. And that earning will go to your wallet because that is part of the spot where you're meant to receive your income. Is this making sense? So when your downline begins to bring their own people, this other place start getting filled. That does not mean, hey, listen now. Let's say I bring it, okay, let me go to the next, no, before I go to the next slide. Let's say I bring in this third person here. I was asked another question. Does it mean that is now the downline of this person? No. It is not the downline of the person. Don't forget the person used my link to register. The person used my link. So if the person used my link to register, the person is under me, even though the person went on this second line, the first spot on this second line. This is one of the things that blew my mind, ladies and gentlemen, when I got to find out about force. That it is not a pyramid scheme. This is one of the proof that it's not a pyramid scheme. So even though I decide to still bring in more people, let's say none of my downline has brought anybody, I single-handedly will fill these 6 spots myself. If I am doing that. But in our team, we don't do that. We just have 3 downlines. Just 3 downlines. That's what we need. Now, I'm taking time to explain this to go deeper so you can understand the power of this S6. It is not about the binary system. It's about the spot getting filled. That's what the platform is after. And the spot getting filled, it recycles again. So recycling, just like when I told you, when the last spot gets filled, it's recycled. So recycle is for you to repurchase that particular slot afresh. The income is sent to your upline so that more people will keep coming in. In other words, as your downlines are recycled, for the second time, this spot again will start filling up again. The second time, this spot will start filling up again. And when it gets to this one, when somebody cycles and it gets to the third one, it goes to your wallet again. So that scheme needs to be filled up again continually, and the recycle is taking place. Recycle is just like when you're writing on a book. As you're writing on the book, once the book is filled, once the page is filled, you open a fresh page so you can continue writing. Are you getting me now? That is what this thing is doing. It's not about who comes first or who comes. No. I'm forgetting this. Let me check. I hope I'm working my time. Okay. I'm just working my time. Yeah. I'm almost behind time. So I just want to explain the next slide and I'll take some questions and that'll be all for today. So now this is just amazing. Okay. If you're listening to me and you've been listening well, you agree with me that this is just amazing. So just like I told you that on the S6 that you take, if you take the first spot of your inviter, let's say you invited this number 1 here. Can you see that number 1 is showing in your uplines matrix? That's what I explained to you. Okay, so now if this number 1 brings in number 2, okay, the earning of this person here, don't forget I told you that the earning of the first line doesn't go to you, it goes to your upline, and that's what you are seeing demonstrated on my screen now. When this when this first person comes in, the earning is transferred to your upline. Why is that? It's because in your upline's matrix, that your first downline is on the second line of your upline. Should I say that again? Your first downline, let me do that again. I said your first downline is on the second line in your upline's matrix. That's the reason why the earning goes to your upline, because that number one is showing on your upline's second line. I hope I'm not tingling somebody's ear right now. But this is very simple. If you understand this, you will know how we can, as a team, work with the power of three to generate massive income from ourselves. Catch the vision. Understand the strategy. It is not difficult. That's why I say you don't need 100 downlines. You don't need 10. All you need is just 3 downlines. With the power of 3, what will happen? What will happen? That's why I told somebody, I said, in the power of 3 team, we're not looking for investors. We're looking for team builders. Team builders. When you are a team builder, you not just care about yourself, you care about people. And this platform called Metaphors has come to help a lot of people. So the strategy that you use matters. So if you are listening to me right now and you are working with a strategy that will in return extort money from people, your earning will just be for a time. It will not last. It will not last. We're showing you a strategy that we can use and work together, and our business will be here for many years as long as Metaphors is in existence. I'm going to stop here for now because of time, okay? I don't like the Zoom to get long. And I was supposed to get into the reactivation and auto upgrade, but this is one of the things we're going to be covering in our next Zoom, okay? On Thursday, I will explain how auto upgrade and auto reactivation will take place, okay? So that we know that if we are coming in with a one-time payment, how are we going to be moving from one level to the other? I will explain that. It's very simple. I will explain that. So all you need to do is be on the Zoom, listen attentively, ask questions, understand the strategy. If you can understand it, I'm telling you, you will run with it. You will run with it. You will just understand that it is not about you, it's about people. And if you can spend time taking care of people, your own is guaranteed. But a lot of people want to think about themselves alone. They want to think about me, myself, and I. Time has come in networking whereby we need to change our mindset and think about the people, because networking is about the people, not about the leaders. The people make up the leaders anyway. So if the leaders mix up in their building strategy, the team will get stuck. So what we are doing is showing you a strategy that will never get the team to get stuck. And with just a one-time payment, everybody will ride excellently well. Everybody will ride excellently well. So we will do our own best, as is our responsibility, to take time to explain these things, and we will do that. Don't forget that this material is available on the official chat and also on our Telegram group. So if you're listening to this video right now from YouTube and you're not on our official chat, click on the link below this video and join and get information, because you're listening to the right information. You're not going to be misled with what we're sharing with you, because the material is available. I still wonder to myself, how do people get misled with things like this when the material is available? But I think it's only just one answer. They agreed. But don't worry, we're here to change things with the King in Team strategy. All right, because of time, like I said, I'm going to stop the Zoom share right now just to take questions. If anybody has a question, appreciate if you can put it on the chat, or you can raise your hand and I will call to take the questions. So let's go ahead immediately because of time.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, according to your structure and presentation, you said that if you are using 3 people now, you place 2 under you, and the third person will be placed under the first person you put. So
Correct.
what about the first person now placing his 3 people? How will the person now do it?
That's one of the reasons why I said that it is not a binary scheme. The system will do the placement. You understand? All people need to do is just do their referring. Just 3 people. The system will do the placement. And what the system wants to do is to ensure that that structure, that scheme is filled and cycled continually. That's what the system is doing. So the thing is that that particular person, when like I was saying that if your third downline goes under your first downline on the S6, you might be thinking that person is now the downline of your first downline, but that's not true. Okay, it's just the way the system works. It looks like I told somebody, I said it looks like binary, but it doesn't work like binary. If you show somebody that thing now, they'll say, "Oh, it's binary system," but it doesn't work like binary. It doesn't. Did I take your question, sir?
Yeah, I understand.
Thank you very much. I appreciate. So, any more questions? Yeah, Mike, go ahead, please. Mike, go ahead. You raise your hand, Mike.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
My own question is that, in this thingy thing now, you are opening 3 slots. That is level 1, level 2, and level 3.
Yeah.
For what of if we open only just 1 slot? Can this S3 work for us?
Coming in with 1 slot. No. We don't do 1 slot on this team. All right. We do 3 slots. In fact, it is recommended by the creator of Force to come in with 5 slots, but we want to accommodate as many people as we can, and that's why we do 3 slots. So 1 slot is not. We don't do 1 slot. That's just it.
Okay, but anything that is trying to use 1 slot, that is this S3, this power of S3 can work for them.
If you do 1 slot, don't forget that if you bring a downline, the income of that downline is going to your upline. I hope you know that, because level 1 is S6 scheme. So you will not earn on that level 1 until you bring in the 3rd person. You will not earn, because the S6 is a 2 spot on the first line. So if you bring your first downline, the income will go to your upline. When you bring your second downline, the income will go to your upline. It's until you bring in the 3rd person, like I explained, that income will go to you, because it will come down under your first downline. Just in case your first downline or your second downline has not brought anybody yet. Are you getting the point? So you will not, the S3 will not work for people that are coming with level 1, because level 1 is X6. S6.
Thank you.
Did I get that?
Yes.
Did I take that question now?
Yes. Thank you.
Okay, appreciate. Yeah. So any more questions before we? Any more questions, or anybody want to say anything? Just, if you can say what you learned, I'll be excited. I'll be amazingly happy, because this is a lot of work. We do a lot of studying to bring you this information, and this is what people don't do. So if you can say what you just learned right now on this Zoom, I'll bring more information on the next Zoom. So who's going?
Hi, King. This is Charlene. I just wanted to follow up to the last answer. Yes, in the marketing material, Lotto said minimum is 3 slots, and then he suggested 5. With people that wanted to start at that level. But one of the things about making decisions on how many slots we started with was, when you register at $40, then you're looking for other people to register with $40, because that's how you're going to gain your reward and keep the structure moving. I see some leaders saying that $5, but it's very difficult. And Lotto basically said, if you're not prepared to do the minimum with the team, then he suggested you not to do it. This is a team building platform. And we need to do it in a way that's going to move it in the directions that he's designed it to move in.
Yeah.
So the $40 is exactly what we decided on, because the $40 will give you your first 3 slots, and then your 3 people come in with that same amount. We're not telling you to come in with 3, and then you're telling other people come in with the 5, with 155, because you will allow your membership to lose out on earnings. Because if that slot
Correct.
is not open beyond the 3, that person above you, that money will go up above our team, or either on our team to somebody who has that slot open. So we're trying to do it in a way that everyone is going to be earning equally.
Absolutely.
I
That's
just
the
wanted to
reason.
add that
That's the
into it,
reason.
because I had someone in the official chat this morning. They have leaders telling them join, and she didn't understand the difference between a leader giving out an affiliate link to everybody on the team. That's growing wide. That means it's a leader standing there with one
Yeah.
affiliated link, giving it out to, say, 200 people. That's 200 people that's under him going across the board. But it leaves those 200 people as individuals that have to build their own team. So he's getting the gain. And that's the way marketing has always been designed. That's network marketing in the old world. We're in the new wave now of peer-to-peer because of the difficult times, the pandemic, job losses, businesses closing down. We're educating people to think in a different way, each of us helping each other.
Yep.
The network marketings were leaders establishing the thought of corporation. You have the top making all the money, and then the ones at the bottom making only what is given them. So we are just working within the structure of making sure we're doing peer-to-peer. The system is doing all of the hard work for us, because all we have to do is get our wallets ready and register with the affiliate link. After that, the system does everything, and you just watch the money come into your wallet. And
Right.
like King said, with the auto upgrade, he's going to explain to all of us how the system is taking away that temptation of all of the money coming into your wallet, and you're making a decision to add it back to the platform. No, the platform is going to do it for you. So when
Right.
you get that money in your wallet, that's 100% of your money to do what you want.
Right.
So I
Right.
just wanted to add that to it.
Thank you. I appreciate. Thank you. Anyway, I can guarantee you that there's a lot of information in the marketing material if you're going to see it for yourself. All right. And there's a lot people are not aware of. And I'm going to be giving more of these secrets on subsequent Zooms, okay, from Thursday. Make sure you are here on time. Invite somebody to be here as well, because I'll be giving more insight to these things and how the fact that we can do so much with just 3 people. You see it. It's real. It's real. So I want to say thank you to everybody who made it to the call today. And if you're listening to this video from YouTube, make sure you click on the link and get on the Telegram chat. Share this video with people once you get it. Okay, it's going to change people's lives everywhere. Thank you, Don Charles, for what you just said. I truly appreciate this. Is not just a team that's going to be uh, here for just a while. This is going to be a lasting team for many years, because the strategy will bring us together. We are going to be like glued to ourselves. We're not far from ourselves. Everybody helping ourselves, because the government can't do everything for us now. So this is something we need. And thank God for Metaforce. Is that thing that has come to help us. But we need to look away from ourselves to help other people. That's the way we will see results. But when we put ourselves first, then we put our future in jeopardy. So I want to thank you all for believing in this vision. And I will do my best to bring you more solid information that is not available out there about this platform. And you're going to all see it. Thank you very much. And you can mute yourself and say good night, say good night, or say have a wonderful day. Go ahead, please. Good night, everybody. Good night.
Good night. Thank you, King.
Good night. Thank you for the call. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Good night.
Bye. Thank you.